After 2 night races in Saudi Arabia, it was destination Mexico City for round 3 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. AG Heuer Porsche were riding high at the front of the grid, with André Lotterer third and teammate Pascal Wehrlein in pole position. Championship leader Edoardo Mortara was alongside Wehrlein on the front row.
All 5 lights are on. And we go green in Mexico City after a long hold. Mortara gets away pretty well. So does Jean-Eric Vergne. Mortara almost gets it, but Wehrlein comes over, covers the inside. Lotterer's on the outside. Vergne sending a nose in as well. He and Da Costa almost come together. Everybody is safely through the first corner. Slow start from Oliver Turvey, but it is Pascal Wehrlein who holds the lead despite the better start from the second place man, Edoardo Mortara. It's still the other Porsche in third spot. Then it's the 2 DS Cheetahs. There around the outside goes Stoffel Vandoorne at 5 and 6 in the silver Mercedes EQ. I don't think he's going to pull that one off. Indeed, he does not. Rapid start from Max Günther. Günther started 10th on the grid, and he might have made up as many as 2, maybe 3 positions. Cassidy goes to the inside of Vandoorne. 3 wide into turn 9. Günther almost gets done by both of them, and I think Cassidy got it done. Into the Forest Baseball Stadium. 26,000 fans watching Vandoorne get ahead of Günther, and then Lucas de Grassi is going to follow through as well. Frantic opening lap, but it is the lead held by the Porsche of Pascal Wehrlein. Surely Wehrlein will go through attack mode this time. Indeed he does, and so Wehrlein activates attack mode.
Okay, now let's go nice and efficient, Pascal. We're down on energy to the sister car. Let's be nice and efficient, mate.
Okay, so that's Carl Wilson-Clark, the engineer, saying we've got less energy than Lotterer in third place, so we've got to be careful and efficient here, because otherwise we're going to end up compromising the rest of our race. Here comes Mortara, he goes for it! Mortara in the Venturi takes the lead of the Mexico City E-Prix. Came out of nowhere.
He's got to defend into turn 3 though if he wants to hang on to it. Wehrlein, I think that message from Kyle Wilson-Clark is Wehrlein is now backed off a little bit to try and save some energy, and you see exactly what happens. The cars do not start the race with enough energy to finish them, so they've got to save energy and they've got to regenerate energy back into the battery. And you see the traffic jam behind Pascal Wehrlein and the white, black and red Porsche. There's the pass for the lead. Lovely move from Edo Mortara.
Look, he got such a slingshot out of that final corner, so Mortara leads. Whoa, Cassidy trying to get past Nick de Vries and manages to do it into turn 9. We saw that not so much last season, but the season before. A lot of late defensive moves from Nick de Vries. They seem to be creeping their way back in. But it is now Mortara, the championship leader, who leads. Günther's been hit by de Grassi. They're all sideways, all over the shop, and Günther in the Nissan holds onto the place, but they've lost a lot of ground now to Vandoorne, who's in 9th place, and the gaggle ahead, just with that little nudge coming into the Foro Sol. Jean-Eric Vergne in attack mode. Lotterer isn't, so this could be the chance for third place. Goes for it at 5, Vergne. Lotterer sees him coming. Gives him room.
Really nice.
Lotterer's still there, and Vergne can't quite get on the power. Needs to be careful because his teammate's going to be somewhere. He's got a great run though, coming into turn 9, and that is third place now for Jean-Eric Vergne. He's in attack mode, and he uses it well to get ahead, and Da Costa's through as well. Da Costa's in attack mode as well. It doesn't say so on the graphic, but the lights are flashing on the car, so Lotterer has shuffled back down now. Now this is what happened as they came into turn 9.
Da Costa opens the door, Vergne opens the door, and Da Costa follows him through. And I think that's André Lotterer playing the long game, though he could have been a bit more robust in his defence.
Vergne's ahead of Wehrlein. Vergne gets Wehrlein coming down into turn 9.
The DS Cheetah race pace looks phenomenal. We don't know how much energy they've used just yet, but the race pace is quite special at the moment.
There is Edoardo Mortara leading the way. Look at Sebastian Buemi, he's gained 7 places off the start, 5 for Lucas de Grassi. De Vries is the big loser, he's lost 4 positions in the race so far. Just going backwards at the moment. There into attack mode goes Wehrlein, and I think he got a little bit of a nudge from Da Costa behind him, and Da Costa's got damage. Front left, the bodywork's hanging off. Now that could be something that the FIA will want him to come into pits. We'll see.
And he's going to want to get rid of that. He can brush the wall or want to try and get rid of that. If it comes off, I think the FIA will give him won't give him any hassle. But if it stays like it is, then he might get pulled in to get rid of it. It looks like he's slowing down.
Lotterer's coming back, and Freins is going through as well. So Freins gets ahead. Da Costa suddenly loses 2 places, and he's down into 6th position. 28 minutes plus 1 lap to go. And what Da Costa does, oh, there it goes. Okay, it's come off now. I was about to say he doesn't want it to get stuck under the wheel, but it didn't and it hasn't, so it's fine. This is what happened to Da Costa, just tapping the back of Wehrlein.
Nothing Da Costa could do there. Nothing the Porsche in front did really. Just one of those things running so close. You'll see it here. Just the Porsche just slowing down unexpectedly.
Down towards turn 1. Mortara leads, Verne second. This is it. Wehrlein into second place.
Good job, mate. This is looking good. Lap target is good. Energy's good.
A nod from Florian Modlinger, and following through is the other Porsche. Lotterer gets past Verne as well, and Robin Freitz might be able to take advantage here. We see this so often in Formula E. You lose one place and you just get shuffled back down the field.
Yeah, as soon as you get onto the dirty part of the track, you get dust and dirt on the tyres. You haven't got the grip of those around you, but great stuff from both Porsches there. Pascal Wehrlein, he knew he had to make it, and that was the difference between Jean-Eric Verne lifting and coasting, and here comes Robin Freitz.
Freitz going through as well. He's got less energy than Jean-Eric Verne, but he's ahead on track now. 4th place for Robin Freitz. Here's a look at that action with Pascal Wehrlein.
Jean-Eric Verne in the black and gold Techeetah, lifting and coasting to save energy. Pascal Wehrlein in the white, black and red Porsche, staying on the throttle, and that's the difference. And he's used some of that energy advantage to make that pass.
Here comes Eduardo Mortara. Pascal Wehrlein has more usable energy, and Wehrlein is going to be on the attack for the lead in Mexico City. 30,000 fans on their feet as Wehrlein gets back into the lead. Had pole position, held the lead at the start. How quickly will Lotterer follow through? Down into turn 3, Lotterer sends it to Porsche 1-2.
Okay, nice and efficient, nice and efficient.
It's all starting to close up here with Wehrlein and Lotterer, and with Freitz and Mortara. Mortara goes a little defensive into 6th. On board with the man from Maastricht.
Mortara made a really good job of the exit of turn 6, but let's see what happens with the lifting and coasting section of the corner. Oh, here comes Freitz to the inside of Mortara on the dirty part of the track. Mortara locks up on the outside.
Freitz gets it done. 3rd position now for the Dutchman. Fantastic move, and he's now into the podium positions.
Good job, man, good job.
It's Porsche's race to lose now. It's just a question of how aggressive is Andre Lotterer going to be on attacking his teammate, and what is going on the radio.
Huge lock-up from Mortara. Keeps the place. Trying to defend from Verne and Da Costa, who both have more usable energy.
Okay, Pascal, just eyes ahead. Don't worry about the car behind. Just focus on efficiency, focus on pace.
Don't worry about the car behind. Is that he's not going to attack? There's the move. Verne ahead of Mortara. So Verne put to 4th position. The two Porsches just dropping apart a little bit, and Mortara's trying to get back. No, he's trying to defend from Da Costa, but there's nothing he can do. Championship leader slipping further and further back in the closing stages, and Van Dorn might be able to get him before too long. Can the two DS Techeetahs now get ahead of Robin Freitz? Verne is past Freitz. No, Freitz is trying to get back past Verne. Well, they've swapped places a few times, but Verne is now ahead of Robin Freitz. Da Costa is now trying to get him too, so Verne is up into the podium places, and I think Roland has just done Van Dorn in the stadium section. Van Dorn has just been done by Evans and Oliver Rowland, so that was a beautiful move somewhere in there from Mitch Evans. Freitz surely is going to lose out to Da Costa here. Through the Peraltada and down the start-finish straight, the two leaders still together. I'm not quite sure. This is going to be a tight one.
2-lap race. Two to go, I would say.
But these two could afford to slow down. There comes Da Costa. Da Costa goes through. Freitz now drops to 5th position. The Porsches could, I think, shorten this race by a lap. There's a move now from Mortara, who's back ahead of Robin Freitz. Freitz was in 3rd place a moment ago, and now he's under pressure from the Jaguar of Mitch Evans. Are Evans and Rowland going to be in trouble? They're on 3%. The leaders are on 6%. Are they in trouble if this race goes one extra lap? It's all about when the leaders cross the line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 2 more laps. Evans, Rowland, Bird in big trouble. They're in huge trouble because it's 2 more laps. The Porsches, I don't know why they didn't slow down to just wrap up the victory earlier. The two DS Cheetahs now third and fourth. Here comes Franz on the attack from Mortara. Mortara pushes him right to the wall. Franz is never getting that stopped. Wow, he has. That's absurd. Evans is getting involved in this fight too. Evans could be up into 5th place by the end of this race, but he hasn't got any energy left. Look, 2%. Evans, Roland, Bird, half the energy of those up in front. They've miscalculated and they're going to not score any points. Here come the Porsches though, as they come into the Forosol Baseball Stadium. The crowd on their feet. It's taken them a little longer than they would want, Porsche. They had their first pole position in Mexico City. They thought they had their first win last year in Mexico. This time, surely, nothing can stop them. The checkered flag is ready. It's a historic day for Porsche as they take their first Formula E win with a 1-2 in Mexico. Wehrlein wins, Lotterer second.
Good job, good job. Yeah, boy. Good job. Good job.
A big reshuffle on the final lap saw Nick de Vries move up to 6th as others miscalculated the race distance. Nissan Edam's Sebastian Buemi and Max Günther were other beneficiaries, moving up to P8 and 9. The DS Cheetah duo of Verne and Da Costa were 3rd and 4th. But it was a perfectly executed race from Tag Heuer Porsche, with Andre Lotterer in 2nd and Pascal Wehrlein claiming a first Formula E win.
With all the history I had here in Mexico, it feels amazing to have the first victory for me here in Mexico, but also for the team. So grateful for this team. I really love them. The car was amazing. Also, Andre did an amazing job. Today was our day, and let's celebrate this evening.
Pascal Wehrlein takes victory in Mexico, a city that has hurt him so many times. But now he is on the top step of the podium.
That victory saw Wehrlein move up to 3rd in the drivers' standings, tied on points with Andre Lotterer. Nick de Vries holds on to his 2nd spot, adding 9 points to his tally, with Edo Mortara pulling ahead by a single point to maintain the lead at the top. In the team standings, it's Rocket Venturi Racing with the upper hand. They have a 2-point lead over Mercedes EQ as Tag Heuer Porsche climb to 3rd, ahead of DS Cheetah. Porsche finally breaking their duck with a Formula E victory to add to their illustrious trophy cabinet after a sparkling Mexico City E-Prix.